Hello to all you beautiful people at the internet. Welcome to another character ranking video. And this one, we are going to be ranking all the characters that are memorable enough for the Telltales game. This was one I was very much divided by. There was one hand where it was just related to the comics, but it didn't have any big impact in the other stories, so nothing much really big happened with it. But then there's the other side where, there is a possible chance that if these shows continue to dip, they may have to just turn to the actual game itself and do that. Adapt the game with a four-season show. Of course, not like 5 episodes, like do a bit more than that. But like, just not adapt the game and like this could be like really good. So I decided to add these characters in just to see how this all can go. Now, this is for Red Lemon Cola. I'm probably know that he's gonna probably watch this. There's no Nick. I'm sorry, there is no Nick. He wasn't important enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe in the future I'll add him, but right now I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm really sorry. I'm not adding him. I don't care if you're angry with me in the comments. I'm not gonna add Nick. So let's introduce the selections. Well, let's see the slots. Okay, let's get into the slots. So the first slot we have is GOAT, the greatest of all time, the best character in the entire fucking thing. Walker Slayer, which means they are awesome. They're not great, but they're still awesome. Rookie means they're fairly decent. They're alright. Needs a babysitter is like, if they're just there, that's fine. I mean, I don't see much happening, but okay. A live bait means kill them right now because they do nothing for me. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to start with some of the unnamed characters, starting with this Atlanta police officer. Needs a babysitter. I thought that the only cool thing is the Easter egg to the comics that he had Thomas Richards in his car, who later plays a big part in the third volume of The Walking Dead. But other than that, he's just a kill to get it started with. So sure. Monroe Colonist 6. I think Red Lemon Cola requested this one. If it didn't, I apologize. He's a goat. Okay, he's the goat. One of the greatest minor characters that I have actually seen. I managed to find a scene with him. It took me a while, but my god, is he magnificent as a minor character. That mustache, just that mustache alone, is easy to make me go, I love it. I fucking love it. Let's move on to the animals. So we have Rosie. Life bait. Like, the dog didn't seem to really change much or anything in that fact. Just a dog. Yeah, she's fierce, but like, again, just a dog. Couldn't really care. Sam is a Walker Slayer. I wasn't all great and such. I would have loved for Clementine to have Sam as the dog for like the entire season of season 2. But when you had the option to like either like let the dog die or kill the dog, it broke my heart. I actually couldn't handle that. I stopped playing and I asked a friend to finish it to finish the scene and then call me when it was over because I couldn't handle it. It was so traumatizing. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. Let's just pick some random. Joan needs a babysitter. I thought a villain arc was all right. Nothing much to it, but Hey, she was good enough. Let's move to which one should we do next? Becca, live bait. I do not give a shit about her. I really don't. There's just nothing. I don't really care. Let's get the 400 days characters in there. Vince, I think it was all right. I've felt like the ending could have done a bit better, but like at the end of the day, with this character, nothing much else leads up to it. They never follow these characters up. I'm gonna put the rest of them in there because like you have them there, but you never see them again. They just like don't become relevant anymore. All their stories are very interesting, and I do like that. They never lived up to anything. Mark, I'd say it's a rookie. I feel like he was like the great example of like showing this family they're fucking psychopaths. That was it. I didn't really care much. Um, well, it was interesting to know how we got to the group. I'm glad they actually explained that and didn't leave it to us just to speculate where the fuck did he come from. Other than that, you know, fair enough. Chet, Walker Slayer. I do like the character of Chet. I don't think he's any better than Sam. I'm gonna say that, but Chet was like a fun character if he managed to survive. You know, if you make the right choice. If he don't make the right choice, he's dead. But his accent's really good. I like it. Let's get to Chuck, and Chuck is GOAT. He is better than the Monroe colonist. I love Chuck. He's really cool. I hated that he got an off-screen death, but I was rooting for Chuck. I was rooting for him to make it to at least like the last episode, but no. There's a fuck you, and that's it. Larry. Yeah, Rookie's fine. I like some of the bits they did with Larry. But in the end, they just keep making him into an asshole, and that's it. That's just his personality. No matter what choice you make, you still get a little bit of respect, but then he's still just an asshole. I didn't like that. Lily, I think, is a Walker Slayer, and she is better than Chet. Um, I do like that. Lily's consequences can lead to her leaving, whether you side with her or you don't. And I do like that they brought her back as like the final villain. I love that bit in the story. I obviously killed her in my playthrough. No one. I'm not saying like I did the video. I didn't do it. Wish I did, but you know, I am a broke man. But yeah, Lily was good enough, but I don't think it was big enough to be like top tier. Molly needs a babysitter. I felt like she is better than these two. With Molly, like she's there, we get like the things we needed, but then we just don't see her again. We need to see Molly again. Molly again. I will do another video where I think which characters we need to see again. But god damn, I don't mean like the dead characters. I mean like the characters that just fuck off and we don't know where the fuck they are. Doug, live bait. I don't think really Doug contributes anything to the plots if you save him. I mean, yeah, he's about like a big tech guy and such, but what else does he really do? But he is fun enough to be like a bigger character. Carly, rookie survivor. Well, rookie, just a rookie. I do like that they were building up her and Lee's relationship to be romantic, but then after that they just kill her, and I'm just like, okay, well, fuck that development then. Why would you do that? It annoyed me that they killed her off. No matter which one you save, either Doug or Carly, they still die. I did not like that. I did not like that nothing changed. Bree, live baits. She was pretty much just a character to be killed off, and that was it. Vernon, live bait. Nothing big really happened, so you can't really say much about it. Nothing really happened with Vernon and such. He wanted to take Clementine, and that was it. He just left. That's it. Nothing. The St. John's, starting with Danny. I actually think Danny was a good character for a villain, and like he goes crazy enough so much that you just want to beg to kill him, but you then have that moral dilemma where you can kill him, but you can traumatize Clementine, or you can spare him and save Clementine from all the trouble that she's gonna have to encounter later. So you can either teach her now or teach her later, depending on what you do. I do love that dilemma. Brenda needs a babysitter. I will say she is better than Joan. She serves as like the matriarch and such. I do actually wish she was the last big villain instead of Andrew. Um, she does die eventually because of her own stupidity, and that was it. But other than that, yeah, she was fine. Andrew. Again, I'm gonna put in Walker Slayer, and he is better than Danny. I do like that he starts off sweet and caring, and then you just see the full 180. So you see Mark's legs, and again, you've got another moral dilemma. Do you teach Clementine the brutalness of the world now, or do you teach her later? And I absolutely loved the second episode of Telltales. I think that's one of my favorite episodes of the entire show. It is absolutely great. Trip needs a babysitter. He is better than Joan. He's a cool character, but then at the end of the day, if you he will take, well, he won't take Ava's death, but he will die around the same time as Ava. So in that case, I'm also going to put Ava down. She's not better than Trip. She kind of sucks, but you know what I mean. Reggie needs a babysitter. I think he is better than the other four characters. He's a sweet guy, but he just tragically gets killed, and that kind of sucked. I'd like to see more of him. Carver, he needs a babysitter. Well, he is like a brutal villain, and I do like having something like real harsh villains and such. But that's all we get. He's just a villain. There's no motive, no nothing. I'm like, why are you a villain? Why would you do this? Lee is the goat. His season 1 story arc from a criminal to a loving guardian, I absolutely loved it. His story is perfect in season 1, and the teachings he told Clementine was absolutely sweet. His death is so tragic. I was so surprised they made that move. But let's be honest, I figured Lee was either gonna die sooner or later, but I didn't expect him to die in like the first season. I expected in like season 2. But yeah, they're never gonna kill off Clementine. Next is Sarita. Sarita, I'm going to say she's a rookie character. She's in the rookie section. Um, I would say that she she is better than the rest. I need to sort this out. Sorry. She does serve as like a moral ground for Kenny, as she is there to support him, and I do love that Kenny found someone who he told everything else to, and she's the one that's keeping him there. As soon as she dies, it's quite tragic, but it was at the end of it was inevitable that she was going to die. Like these characters, like you have so many characters that you can just actually have the player have the option to save them instead of just determining, they're gonna live or die. Like, give them the option, even if there's no story. Just give them the option. 10 like bait. I fucking hate him. I don't like 10 at all. I hate his character so much. He is so annoying. My God. Oh my God. I just don't like him. I just don't. There's nothing there. There's nothing for 10. I don't like him. Violet, I'm gonna say needs a babysitter. Um, I do think she is better than most of these characters. But I do think, from what I see, I do believe that Violet should be the canonical death, because throughout the entire show, even in season 3, there is no sign that Clementine is a lesbian. There is no signs whatsoever. Nothing confirms it. Nothing shows it. I mean, sure, you can go for it if you want to. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But in my opinion, I don't see her going for Violet and being a lesbian just like that. Conrad needs a babysitter. He's fine as a character and such, but like nothing much else happens. Like after you've saved him a couple of times, he's just there in the end. Ben, I think he was a good character. I do like that you've got some sort of cowards that would do anything to more like protect himself than the others, and then when he causes the death of Duck, which is very tragic, he didn't mean to. You know he was trying to mean well, but then you're like, you love Kenny so much, you want to make sure Ben gets punished, but then Ben makes the point that he didn't mean to do any of that. It's kind of like maybe Kenny's wrong. So it's so good decision making with the character of Ben. It's so tragic that he dies. Next, we'll go for Omid. He's a goat. I love Omid. He's the comic relief character for the boyfriend of Krista. I love Omid. He's really cool. And then when they killed him off in season 2, I was super pissed off. I was like, okay, now you're just taking the piss. I was like, why would you do that? Krista, rookie character. Um, After we learn that she's pregnant, and the loss of Omid has changed her a lot. She's trying to put that behind her while she's trying to teach Clementine how to live. But then after like the first scene, we never see Krista again. Krista's gone. We never find out what happens to her. It's fucking annoying. Bonnie, life baits. I do think she is better than the other characters, but she's basically like the same as Luke, depending on who you like, who you take. It is. I'm gonna put And then I'm going to put Luke as here. He is better than Joan, but like he and Bonnie are like sort of the same thing. But you know Luke more than you know Bonnie, so he gets extra points for that. Louis, I'm going to put him as a rookie. I do believe he is better than Larry. He is like a really cool character. I do think he is the canonical choice for a love interest. He's got that charm. He's very cool and such. You do start to like see, oh, this could actually work, because like this, I would believe, Clementine picking Louis. It's her picking Violet, I don't see that happening quite a lot. But yeah, I do like Louis a lot. I don't think much else happens with him in episode 5, but like, he's good enough. Marlon, uh, I enjoyed his character. I think he did really well. I think he was better than most of the characters, because you see him as like the sniveling coward selling children off to protect himself more than to protect anyone else. And then when he has that realization that I'm screwed, no one's gonna listen to me, I gotta go. And then Alvin pops it in the head. That is absolutely a great scene. I wish I didn't actually know any of this and just played the game full on a stream or something. I can't stream because me laptop doesn't work, and it's not an iMac. If it was an iMac, I would stream, but I can't do that. But Marlin's character was served perfectly. Next, we have David. David is needs a babysitter. He is kind of like the worst one in the needs a babysitter section, I believe, because the writers didn't know what to do. They just wanted a straightforward story without any choices. Whatever choice you made, David was pissed off at you. It didn't matter. I do like the little I'll look after Gabe. I don't like you, Javier, and but there's like in his final moments, he's like very sweet about it. But what else could you really do with David and such? Carlos needs a babysitter. Um, I do like he is trying to prepare his daughter to face the real world, but then he just gets shot, and that's it. That's all we get from him. Sarah um, is live bait. I did not care. She had no survival skills, and all she did was whine and complain. That was it. That was all her. Nothing big. Next we have Jane. Jane needs a babysitter, and with this one, like I do like you can have the choice of either Kenny or Jane, and like Jane's character starts to get interesting by the end, which is annoying. But if you side with Jane, you don't really get much, do you? You don't really get much. So I didn't like that. But she was okay, I guess. Next, we've got Rebecca. I think she is a rookie character. She is the pregnant woman in the group, and like she is worried about her baby, and I do like that she has that motherly care. She does love. I do love that we've got the villain had an affair with Rebecca and such, but but Alvin is like, yeah, cool. And when Rebecca died, it was a little bit heartbreaking, but that was it. Alvin, I'm gonna put in needs a babysitter. I do think he is better than the rest of them. He is a fun guy. It kind of reminds me of that dad in the movie Us and such. But that's really all I could say. Um, his death is tragic, but you know, Alvin, I'm gonna put in rookie. I do believe he is better than Mark and such. You do get more characterization in season 4, some little bit in season 3, where he's learning from the player, basically Clementine. Hey, you got to do this and that to survive. I mean, some bits are good, some bits are just questionable. Other than that, it's an okay character. Katja, I thought was a really good character. Um, the way I actually could tell that she was the sort of character that would take her own life if anyone died in her family. It was really, really sad. That was so brutal. Like she couldn't take it anymore, and that was so heartbreaking for me. It's not top tier goat stuff, but you know, Duck. Um, again, Walker Slayer, and nearly better than the others. I do like he is like the annoying kid. That's his personality, but like nothing much phases him. When he does, and he is found out to be bitten, it crushed me. I'm not gonna lie, it absolutely crushed me that they were killing off the kid. I was begging them, please let me save this child, but they were like, no, the kid's gonna die. And then like you've got the option to either let Kenny put Duck down or you put him down. I chose to put him down, to let Lee put him down, because like I loved Kenny. I really loved him. Um, Kenny is a goat. He is one of the goats. While in the end of season 2, it was a little bit rough. I can look past that and I can just go great. Kenny is a great character for a family man who lost his family to being a well-hardened survivor. We we need some more clarification on. Did they explain what happened to the eye? I can't remember. If they did, let me know in the comment section down below because I can't remember if they explained the eye or not. But I absolutely loved Kenny, and I will always side with him. I did try and side with Lily in the first season, but after that I was like, screw it, I can't do this. Kate is a rookie character. Kate was fine. She was like the sweet girl who was always trying to help people. She she just had that like loving relationship with Javier. Like family love. I know the family. Don't worry. But like other than that, if you choose to go after David and such, she gets an off-screen death, and it really sucks. Gabe, I'm gonna put him in rookie. Oh, move over there. Um, I love that he's like the central, um, like he's like more of a central character in season 3, as well as like he's the one that has to go back and forth between either his father or his uncle, who's right and who's wrong. He's not sure. But yeah, again by the end they like didn't know where to go, and they just went with like, he'll go with David. Um, I finally managed to help Gabe survive somehow. That was it. Javier is top tier Walker Slayer. Now, he is a great character, but as I mentioned before, in season 3, at the end, they just go one straight path. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But Javier is a great character, and I absolutely loved the non-canon death where he jumps, he smacks into the railing, and he falls to his death. And I just crack up every time that happens. And then Clementine, I think you all know where this is going. Walker Slayer. Not better than Leo Kenny, but it is great from a scared little girl to a badass survivor. Season 3 did ruin her a little bit, but that's fine. I absolutely adored this character. I loved the journey that she's gone through from beginning to the end. So this is what I think of for the characters of Telltales. If you guys have any have your own opinions, I would love to know your top three. Top three. They have to be the goats. Let me know in the comment section down below. Sorry, Red Lemon Cola for no Nick, but if I was to put Nick in here, I would put him in Rookie. I'd put him in Rookie. So thank you all very much for watching. If you like what you see, please have a like and subscribe. If you want me to create a travel channel and a video vlog series, get me to 50 subscribers and I will do that for you. You can also follow my food channel in the link in the description down below, as well as a link to this tier list. And just to show off a little bit. Oh no, I can't show that. Hold on. Now, I do have Wattpad. I have a Wattpad account. I am writing a book on there. I did add it in my last video. I forgot to mention that I have a Wattpad account. But if you'd like to go on there and follow and read some like either bad or like campy or cheesy books or like just something just to read to get your mind off things, head over there. I'd love to see your support. Thank you all very much and have a good day, everybody.